Good evening, everyone. Each and every one of you. Happy Memorial Day, or as they call it in the rest of the world, Monday. I hope that you're doing well. When last we met, maybe I was tactically breaching as a wizard, or mayhap I was a flop headed robot running around trying to sell stuff and finding new exciting things to cover one and only one arm with a moose, a puppet, and a dragon. Listen, the only reason is because I have other friends who play that and I'm the worst person in their group, but they have managed to drag me along and give me some level of knowledge of the game. So that's at least worked. But I hope everybody is having a good day. I had today off, thankfully, because I do have a local government job. And it's been pretty chill, honestly. It's been nice. I forgot it was Memorial Day until yesterday, and I was like ready to do stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, nope, don't have to. Also, unrelated to anything, but I just noticed that our like our follow, our sub, and our bit tracker, everyone tracked there has an M name, which is really interesting, and I don't know if it means anything, but it feels like it has significance. Mm-hmm. Once there was this Chad who bought a bunch of subs and then handed 'em out to people. Yeah, his name was Moosin. I don't know. I don't got any more. I don't. I thought I could do it. I flew too close to the sun, like Icarus before me. I have been undone by the crash test dummies. Oh man, my throat's feeling a little scratchy right now. But before I forget, I must do my streamerly duty and greet Glacier Nestor with one handcrafted, one of a kind, artisanal, bespoke French press. Hello. So let me get on that. Hmm. What would be something? What's a good bit? What's a good bit that I could do right now? Really? I would have never thought of French press for tea, honestly. Like I always associate it with coffee. But you know, you learn something new every day. Um well, since it is French press. Glacier Nestor, allow me to greet you to this stream. I am Lucas Vatagan, and I am here to tell you tout est bon. I would like to issue a formal apology to the people of France for what I have just done. Uh, I am working to better myself, and all I can do is all I could do is promise to be better. But I feel like that this is a learning opportunity, and I feel like we all need some reflection. No, yeah. The little like spring and filtered doodad keep the leavies and other herbal inclusions down. Interesting, interesting. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's the same thing with coffee, you know? I mean, just a different vegetational matter there. So, but yeah. Oh, oh, I have to share some stuff with you. I have to share some stuff with you. But I think all of you, you know, if you're not in the Discord, uh, bam, there you go. But anybody that is in the Discord has already seen me ranting, raving, frothing at the mouth like an absolute uh, goober at all the new emotes we have. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the little goobers. I love them. They are so good, and I have to say, I really love the King Graham one. Like I put it in there because I was like, I don't have a sixth one. What's something that seems like it would be a good fit? And he he's just such a good boy. Look at him. And in addition to that, I got I got a little sketch earlier from Nowlin Davis, which gotta make sure that I don't goof it up and get the uh name wrong on Twitch. So let me double check that. I'm pretty sure that it's just Nowlin Davis. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I did it. Hooray. But yeah, Nowlin provided some real cool um sketch for me for an upcoming TTRPG character that I've got. I think I showed most people here my initial idea for the character, but let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. Throw it in here. Y'all can take a look. I am by no means good at art, and I want to make that 100% clear. But I have a character that's a giant squid in a diving suit. And I made this as a portrait because I thought it looked kind of cool. And that was going to be my character. And then I tried making a body, like a full body shot for the character, but I don't know. I'll show it to you. I'm not 100% proud of it, to be frank. I think that it's the best that I could do, and in that regard, I don't feel bad about it. But I also don't feel like it has the vibe I'm going for. But it's better than things that I could do in the past. And you know what? Sometimes you got to accept that growth is what you get out of something, even if the end product isn't 100% what you would like, you know? But then you get somebody like Nowlin who can just absolutely bean boozle you with how awesome they can make a character. So we're just gonna let this take full front and center. Look at that. Look at that powerful pose. Look at that monk in a reverse diving suit. This squid that's just like, hey, I have come to absolutely kick ass and take names. And I do like the like more diving suit form of it. I might try and tweak the portrait to fit this a little bit more. But yeah, this is just stunning. And it's one of those things that I'm just like, I don't even know like what you know, it, it is humbling to see somebody who is this good at art. And I try not to in in my earlier life, I would have taken this as a man, I should never try art. I'll never be this good. I will never be this good. I will 100% still own that. But that doesn't mean that I should stop trying. I'm going to keep trying to get better at pixel art. And I will never make something that is this phenomenal. But I'll make something good. I know I will. I have made something good. I am very proud of that portrait. And I'll work on my skills to where I can get this kind of cool posing and like the dynamism of this instead of looking like an anatomical shot. That that's what I need to work on. And I think that it's just something you gotta work on. Uh, but yeah, that's it. And hey, wait a minute. Who's that? Huh. Something something looks kind of familiar about her, but I don't remember where I remember her from. And oh, it's gone. It must be nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Nah, I don't even remember what we were talking about. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's nothing. Also fun little addition. We have our shelf of miscreants and vagabonds up here. People who have sinned and go on the sin shelf. You know what you did, all of you. The sin bin. Basically, yes. I have a feeling that as time goes on, that these shelves are going to become pretty full of people. But you know, that's just my inkling. That's my gut. Shelves full of goobers. Positive. Exactly. I am positive these shelves will be full of goobers. You're gonna go up on that shelf, Nestor. I swear to God. I just gotta get an asset to throw up on there. I'm basically just gonna turn into that what's his name? The Necron who kidnaps people and puts them Trazen. Trazen the Infinite. Who kidnaps people and puts them in his big giant collection. Ooh, I am much closer to having shelvable asset after today. I am excited by this. Oh, that's good to hear. I don't want to ever make you feel like I am pressuring you because I understand that you have a life and that things take time and things take as long as they take. But given what you've talked to me about like some of your ideas and just that you're also a really cool person, I'm so hype for whatever you're working on. A few alternate approaches to test, and then I'll at least have something approaching a Fugi. Nice. Excellent. And then I think really the only other business, I know a lot of people in here were at the thing earlier today, but for anybody that wasn't, friend of the channel, Ryusei, Shining of the Shining Heart, and printers here, moved recently, and things are a little bit more expensive. So I'm just putting a link there. If you got a couple extra bucks burning a hole in your pocket, I would encourage you to maybe slide them over that way, particularly rather than doing anything here like subs or bits or anything like that. Um, it would be cool if you could do that. Take care of my friends. I'm really liking how it's coming together. I'm in the right ballpark. Just might need more granular tools or faster pipeline to process my poses with. It's a lot of stuff done by hand at the moment, but if I'm clever, I can maybe script some of the effect chains. Nice. That sounds awesome. God, I would love for, when you figure it out, I think it would be really cool if you like did a like breakdown of it. I think that that would be neat. But then, not to be too weird, to some degree there's a little bit of like trade secrets to it as well, You don't want to like reveal all of the mystery either, Like so either way, I'd be fine with it, but I think that it would be cool. Uh what else? I think that's all the new business that we have. Oh, I forgot to check the fridge for your tea. Ooh, nice. Ooh, are those pickled red onions as well? I love pickled red onions. It's gonna be so cool when it's done. A breakdown might be after I've gotten some. Only I have wrangled this time out of it. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Like get to enjoy it, get to really, get to bask in it. Because you earned it. But like, I do think it'd be cool. Like maybe after a year or whatever, it'd be like, all right, here's how I did it, chuckle nuts. Because I'm the coolest fucker around. Okay. Then, with that said, I want to. I do want to. I do want to point out one other thing. I don't. I'm a humble man. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I will say that I am very proud of the schedule graphic that I made for this week. And I know what you're thinking. What schedule graphic? And I'm like, oh, God damn it! Why do I spend so much time on these things then? But okay, so the schedule graphic, right? It's like normal. Like you've got a transparency pane here, and I've got a layer behind it. I took a scene from there. That dialog box does not exist in this. That is a dialog box that I took from another screenshot, cut out, and applied transparency, to the background and stuff like that. No, Death Generator does not have Space Quest 5 because Space Quest 5 uses a different font than other Space Quest games. So what I had to do was I had to use what is it? Uh oh, what's the software? I literally just downloaded it. 1 second. I'll pull my head out of my butt and yeah, it's this one. Westwood Font Editor. Uh Basically it is a font editor for a bunch of games that literally uses the files in the game. You have to navigate to your game folder. It loads the text information from that and can be used to modify or adjust things. And you can also preview and create, previews and stuff like that of that. So I basically installed this because there's no like font file that exists for it. And then I had to adjust everything and get it like just right and then put it on, make it transparent over the previous layer. It was a pain in the dick. But now I have a template and can replicate this with like Space Quest or a couple other games actually text. So I thought that was pretty neat. And it took way too long to do when I could have just put a picture in there. Or, again, been good at art and produced something in much less time. It turns out being dumb comes at a cost, and it's time. But I digress. I managed to do it, and now we've got Space Quest 5 time. So, if everybody's ready, let's dive right in. I did something adjacent with a couple aim screenshots for an old monster that, ooh, that's awesome. I love that. Uh, Actually, give me like 1 minute. I have to use the Tiny Cosmic Horrors room. I made a whole bunch of strawberry lemonade earlier today, for me and Tiny Cosmic Horror, and uh, gotta gotta do something about that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Thank you for your patience. Now let's hop over here and get into the game, shall we? All right, load. Load. There we go. Yeah, friends on the shelf. Which, hey, Morgan, you should send me things that look like a cool plush so that I can put them on shelves. But I hope you are doing well, friendo. Let's restore old game. Future wife has been fridged. Good times. Okay. Clippy is too engrossed in what he's doing to talk to you. How's it going? Fully operational and all my circuits are functioning perfectly. Oh, before I forget. Space. Quest. 5. Done. Did it. Hooray. I remembered. I may or may not be debuting a redesign later this year. Ooh, okay. Alright. Keep your secrets. We found the Goliath, sir. Or rather, she found us. The Goliath's approaching at high speeds. She's arming her torpedoes. We're not going to be able to take her. Evasive action. I don't have a reason to retreat at present, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Let's hail the ship. Hailing, sir. No response, sir. Perhaps their comm system is out. They shot at us. A brilliant observation, Flo. Well, don't just sit there, Captain. Do something. She's coming around again. Alright, evasive action now. But, sir, that will take us directly into the asteroid field. It'd be suicide. Okay, let's risk almost certain death in the asteroid field. I'm feeling lucky today, boys. I think we could take the Goliath. Let's just sit here. Maybe she won't notice. Nah, let's go into the asteroid field. What's the worst that could happen, right? Yep. We're being hailed by the Goliath, Captain. Putting it on screen. Hello again, Wilco, you insignificant little pimple on the behind of humanity. Speaking of pustules, Quirk, you've never looked better. Ha, you pathetic fool. You've no idea what you're up against. I'm going to puke out the entire galaxy, starting with StarCon. Not if I had anything to say about it. Ha, your puny ship is no match for the Goliath. Au revoir, broom jockey. The next time we meet, you won't be so lucky. Captain, I'm gonna have to make an EVA to repair the damage from the Goliath's attack. You can monitor me on audio over the comm circuit in my precious suit. Be careful, Cliffy. Yes, sir. Preparing the exit pod bay airlock. I'm heading toward the port stabilizer. Made it. This'll only take a minute. I just need to make a few minor adjustments. Oops. Okay, Captain, that's got her. I'm coming back. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below. Say, Captain, am I just seeing things, or is that gentleman floating out there in space with a surprised expression on his face our chief engineer? Okay. What can we do to save him? There's gotta be something. Okay. I think I gotta go out into space and get him. Here's hoping I don't die. God damn it. Okay, what do I need to do? Oh no, I already did the pod rotation. Get in there? Okay, how the hell does this work? Okay. So how do I get him? Okay, what do you want me to do? Don't understand. Nope. Ah, damn it. Claw. Nope. Okay, I do not know what you want me to do here. Okay. Do I gotta... did something. God damn it. Hey, Click Flint, how's it going? Look, okay, Slap, I will. I wish we would discover someone else out there among the stars. Don't be silly, Crumpella. Everyone knows there's no intelligent life out there. Foolish human, you ran out of gas. Okay, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Because I don't understand what it wants me to do. Why does it... Why do you keep doing that? I don't understand. Okay, grab him, please. Holy shit, this is the worst. Cliffy's been successfully grappled. Now all that remains to make it back to the Eureka, if you can find it. Holy shit, that was awful. I don't ever want to do that again. Good flying, Ace. You've returned safely to the Eureka. Holy crap, that was... Oh, God damn it. You okay, Cliffy? Just give me a minute to rest and catch my breath, sir. Did you take a cigar out there? Thanks for pulling my butt out of the sling again, Captain. That's 2 I owe you. Think nothing of it, Chief. Okay, I won't. But you need to get out of here. Get us out of here, sir. I don't know how much longer the Eureka can take the pounding she's taking. That's what she said. He definitely did. Cliffy is probably the best character in this one. Also, Wolf Wings. Late since I had to step away for TTRPG, from TTRPG to torment Ryusei before coming over here to see you torment yourself. But hi, large cosmic horror. I hope you're doing well, Wolf Wings. All right, save that. Elevator door. Okay, we need to go somewhere. I'm trying to remember. Oh, he's got a Mad magazine. Okay. Lay a course. Okay. That's right. That's right. We got the information from the thing that it was the genetics, and we got the whatever it's called, like the zip code, basically. Coordinates locked in, sir. Ready to get underway. And we'll go to light speed. Aye, sir. And then we'll go to regular speed. Any second now. Hey, did it update my category to Space Quest 5? Because I told it to, and I don't know if it did or not. We're approaching the destination, sir. Aye, sir. Yes. Space Quest on Twitch, Larry on Discord. All systems nominal. Excellent. Excellent. Truly. This is as the gods intended it to be. Okay, so now we go into a standard orbit. Standard orbit, aye. Also, hey, Drazov, I hope you're doing well. All that remains of the genetics research station is a single envirodome. Let's hail the planet. Hailing, sir. There's no response, Captain. I don't think there's anyone down there. What do you know about this place? Is there any way we could get through to Starcon to warn them about the Goliath? The Goliath is jamming all transmissions, Captain. I'm trying to bend through, but there's not much I can do. She's got one of those new terawatt ECM suites. Keep flying. Keep trying, Flo. You seem a little on edge, Flo. We've been through a lot on this mission, sir, and then you go and bring that little tramp on board. Flo, I'm surprised at you. She's a ranking ambassador with the Star Confederacy. She's hurt, and she needs our help. Maybe so, but you gotta wonder about a girl with the last name Wankmeister. I don't have to wonder. Because I've seen the future, Flo, and we make a baby. Do we have any other orders to cover this situation? I'm afraid not, sir. Guess we're on our own. Swell an idea what we should do next. We should try to find out where the pucoids came from, sir. You know, the place right in front of us. Clorox 2 would probably be a good starting point. Maybe there's something down there that would yield a clue to their origins. Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to beam down now, and hopefully I don't need another mask like that one time that I went down there and just fucking ate it. Yeah. This is your fated baby mama. I recommend a thorough investigation of the installation, Captain. There is a high degree of probability that we will locate information concerning the genesis of the teratogenic substance associated with the pucoid mutants. It is also possible, although significantly less probable, that we may discover a means to combat the menace of the pucoids. Okay. Hope I can breathe. All right. It's time for the strap special, everyone. Reminder to all of you that you matter, you're valid, loved, worthy of love, important, allowed to have emotions, and bad days. You don't have to be strong or perfect all the time. You are not broken. I'm so proud of all of you for existing, and I'm so thankful that you are around. Trans rights are human rights. Stay safe, y'all, and don't give up. Hell yes. Also, for the new people that have joined us, I just want to make sure that you're aware. Did you know that we have new emotes? We do. Look at them. Look at these beautiful little goobers. There's a little King Graham one. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Energize. Duracell. Uh-oh. Looks like you've had a zany transporter blooper, Raj. Quick, get a camera. Galactic Inquirer will pay 10 buckazoids if you publish your photo. Doesn't look like you'll be debugging anyone for a while. Doesn't look like you'll be bugging anyone for a while. Well, I don't know what I was supposed to do with that one. Well, here's hoping we can figure it out. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. So now it's on. Okay.
Can someone up there explain to me how the captain of the starship can be reduced to a common housefly? Yuck.
You look hideous, Captain.
Thanks for the pep talk, Flo. Tell Cliffy to get down here. Now.
I'll inform him of your predicament, sir, but the transporter is malfunctioning again.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
Captain's sensors have located a large underground structure to the west of your position. Why don't you go check it out while we work on the transporter problem?
I'll do that, Flo, but please tell Cliffy to get down here ASAP. Wilco out.
Okay. Try and find our body. Wherever the hell it went. Looks like every other electronic keycard lock you've ever seen. A large man made waterfall adds a moist touch to the artificially created surroundings. Oh, this looks like ass. But we're just in time for an ad break. So everybody get up, get a stretch, get a sip, get a snack. Get 76 trombones on the shit, I forgot the rest of the song. Quick, play me off, Johnny. All right, I'll see you all after 3 minutes. Until then. All right, I am back. Thank you for the clip, Nestor, our clip master general, as always. Oh, all right. I don't want to distract too much, but you know what's really frustrating when you put a tiny cosmic horror to bed and you get up to go use the bathroom and get a soda, and you find him uh hastily moving from out of the living room, and you're like, "Hey, bud, what are you doing?" And you get the, "I don't know," and it's like, "Come on, don't, don't pull that on me." Uh, kids. Okay, where were we? Lasers have never hurt anyone. All right, forbidden eldritch secrets for Nestor. Let's do this. Nestor, I will now tell you forbidden eldritch secrets not meant for the ears of mortals. You take this knowledge upon yourself at your own peril. Did you know that there is an equal and opposite animal for every animal that exists, whose name is just that animal backward, that exists in the universe? For every cat, there is a tack. For every rat, there is a tar. Now, the taco cat, yes, that is a very specific case, and boy howdy, hmm, it's you want to talk about something that's going to melt your brain? There you go. But the most dreadful of all is the reverse dog or god, and that has been your forbidden eldritch secrets for today. All right, now time to see how these things kill me. Oh, they don't. Okay. All right. So this is like the key lock. Okay. So if this is a standard number pad, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna grab a little sticky note here. I'm gonna make a little note for myself. All right, so the bottom is the first one, bottom middle. Second one is the far right. The top is the fourth. And the third is the left. So down, right, left, up. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. Specimen jars containing grotesque examples of misapplied genetic engineering line one wall of the laboratory. This computer workstation appears. Oh, excuse me, had a hiccup. Appears to be functional. The specimen cages are empty. All right. Danger. Emergency jettison sequence activated. Dome jettison will occur in 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Jettison complete. I assume we want to restart this bad boy. Genetics. We play God, so you don't have to. I kind of love this, and I want to have that as a... Okay, I kind of really want that whole sequence. Alright, what do we got at systems? Envirodome 1, data link non-functional. Envirodome 3, operational. Standby power. Backup computing systems active. Data link non-functional. Alright, well, I can at least go over to security now. Hey, there's my body. Okay. What do we got over here? Camera 2. Alright, that's where we landed. And there's WD-40 and Cliffy.
It's about time. It's about time Cliffy fixed the dang transporter. I'm really gonna bug him about this one for a long time.
Astro Chicken 3, Hen House of Doom. Alright, nothing really, I think, meaningful in that. Security, okay. Scuttle Program 3 activated. Jettison. Okay, so going through the dome being jettisoned. Okay. Projects. What do we got? Primordial Soup. Feasibility study of metabacterial transformations in terraforming and space colony applications. Yeah, how's that going for you, bud? Project goal to create a survivable and highly adaptable metabacteria to enable terraforming on planets currently unsuitable for human habitation. The metabacteria will serve as a base for an artificial food chain on selected planets, synthesizing complex proteins as a natural byproduct of its metabolism. To put it in terms of the layman, it will eat poison, giving off water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and producing a rich organic base that other introduced organisms can feed upon. In essence, the metabacteria will create a living primordial soup. After 3 months of preliminary trials, the bacterial strain Casus velux has shown the greatest promise. The vigor of this species is impressive, and its astonishing reproductive rate makes it an ideal candidate for our purposes. Primary experimental trials will bombard Casus velux with hard radiation to confirm hardiness and test adaptive ability. Placing a petri dish of the bacteria behind a computer monitor for a period of hours will expose it to hard radiation conditions similar to those on an uninhabited Class D planet. Later, we shall repeat the procedure using a safer type of radiation, such as a gamma ray source. I love that they're like, there's nothing more dangerous than spending a whole bunch of time in front of a TV screen. Gamma rays would be safer. Science log stardate 3234.22. Initial results with Casus felix are encouraging. It thrives in the radiation environments as long as adequate food sources are provided. We are well on our way toward engineering the first true metabacteria. Few specimens have manifested undesirable genomes after successive trials. Steps will be taken to cull the recessives so that the entire population isn't compromised. Stardate 3237.12. I believe we have discovered and removed all remaining undesirable latent genetic traits in Metacasus velix. The next step will be to introduce live mice into the environment prepared by Metacasus. Stardate 3243.19. Several subjects have demonstrated teratogenic side effects as a result of ingesting the primordial soup gestalt. The mice have turned into slimy, foul-smelling, bad-tempered meta-rodents with attitudes. It seems that Metacasus has infected the DNA of the mice much like a virus. This is an unprecedented event. Further study is indicated. The experiment is not progressing well. Several test subjects have begun mutating wildly. The morphology of the creatures singularly unrodent-like. They resemble nothing so much as ambulatory piles of goo with teeth. The only thing which appears to have any effect on the infected species, short of killing it, is the application of extreme cold. At temperatures below minus 200 degrees Celsius, cell mutations are slowed dramatically. Where did we go wrong? Probably fucking with the genes of animals and stuff like that. Stardate 3263.11. One of the metamice bit and infected one of the lab techs today. We're putting him into cryonic hibernation to slow the progress of the disease, but I'm afraid that without a cure, his chances of survival are non-existent. The experiment is a failure and is scheduled to be terminated. Now what am I going to do? I've got a whole entire warehouse full of this slop. Yep. Sounds like big business to me. Alright, let's check out accounting. I love bribe. Rames T. Quirk. For 50,000 buckazoids. Uh, 120 gigabyte SCSI drives. The Amigo 9000 Astro Chicken 3. Ramjet scanner, keyboard controller. More bribes to Rames T. Kirk. Corona Ale. Madame Zorba. Novelty Teeth, personal. Phony camcorder, research. Programmer cubes. I imagine that's like a treat for programmers. Radial video adapter. Refrigerator. Spintel netport Bassett. Target board. X-ray machine. Contour chair. Well, you gotta. Alright, I think that's everything. Yeah, sometimes you just need some good programmer cubes, you know? Honestly, imagine if you, like, did make programmer cubes and like tried to sell them today, you'd probably frankly make a whole lot of money. Come on, Cliffy.
Cliffy, it's just a hunch, but I think there's something wrong with the transporter.
Can you describe the problem, sir? Excuse me, Captain. I am going to scan the perimeter. Okay. You bring a whole new meaning to the expression fly boy, sir. If you could show me where the rest of you is, I'll see that we can fix you up. Okay, I think... Ah, there we go. Here's your body, Captain. Some people might say you've never looked better. I think I can fix you up, Captain. Just have to reverse the phase polarity on the transporter interface grid. You need to park yourself on old dung breath here for me to descramble the two of you. Here goes nothing. Energize. Boy, Captain, I'm sure glad you're back to normal. You were really starting to bug me. That's not funny, Chief. Sorry, sir. How do you feel? Except for the strange urge to go jump into that fertilizer bin and roll around, I feel pretty normal. This sure is some setup those genetics boys got here. You haven't seen the half of it. Flew through the locking mechanism and found a big underground lab next door. Of course, there was only so much I could do there as a fly. Anyway, there was a lot of real high-tech gizmos and all kinds of advanced technology. And you were there. A moment too late, you realized saying the word advanced technology to Cliffy is like showing a photograph of a helpless woman and children to a Doberman Pinscher. A hungry gleam comes into your engineer's eye. Oh, really? Why don't we take a closer look at that, Captain? Never know if we can open it up. We might find something that could be useful against the pucoid critters. I'll meet you there. Oh, brother, here we go again. Okay. Oh, hey, WD-40's back. Perimeter secured, Captain Wilco. Here is your communicator, sir. I located it during my scans of the area. Thanks, WD-40. I believe I can be of most help back on the ship. Please beam me aboard, Cliffy. Okay. I have an idea. So we don't have a key card. This is a key card. We do have a plastoid business chip. So what if we take that? Oh, but we gotta get it right. So let's save it. Okay, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we want to go 1, 2. What? That is what it was. I did pay attention. Because it was 1. Okay, what is your... I'm so confused. Like, what do you think? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Maybe I'm thinking about this backwards. The card needs to let the light through and block it in the places, the 1, 2, 3, and 4 that I got. So really, it should be... I'm just too dumb to live. That's the problem. Okay. It looks dangerous down there, Captain. I volunteer to stand guard up here. Fuck you, Cliffy. You're the whole reason we're going in here. Well, they said it's dangerous in here, so let's just save over this one again. Whoop. Looks like you really lost your head this time. Oh, we also had another death, so... Alright, what else we got? I think we did everything we could with the computer. The fuck? What do we get? A handy travel-sized container of liquid nitrogen. Just the thing to dump in the punch at dull parties. This minus 200 degree temperature of the liquid instantly freezes anything it comes in contact with. Okay. I don't really see anything else in here.
What did you find, Captain?
Your mom. I've discovered that the pucoids have a critical weakness. They can't stand the cold. Extremely low temperatures temporarily halt the molecular action of the primordial soup that causes the mutations.
Does it reverse the process?
I'm afraid not, but at least it's better than nothing.
Did you find anything else?
Found a couple canisters of liquid nitrogen.
Great, give them here. Maybe I can rig up something to use against the pucoid critters.
I sure hope so, Cliffy.
Well, Captain, I think we've done all we can here for now. Let's head back to the ship. I'll beam us up now, Captain.
There's gotta be some way to help Beatrice.
I really can't think of anything offhand, sir. What's your beastie so excited about?
I think he's trying to tell us something. What is it, boy?
He's jumping on the cryo chamber.
Is that it, Spike? You want us to jump on the cryo chamber?
I don't think so, sir.
Now he's jumping on the transporter.
What do you think the critter's trying to tell us, Captain?
We should jump on the cryopod and then jump on the transporter. Somebody fell down a well? The mill is on fire? We should initiate a manual control bypass to reverse the phase polarity of the interface grid and then use the transporter to reintegrate Beatrice's DNA molecules.
You know, it just might work.
Good boy, Spiky.
Get the ambassador ready, sir. I'll man the transporter.
Oh, I love that little alien. Okay. So now we gotta go back over here. Oop. I goofed. I didn't mean to open it. Ah, damn it. Now I gotta go through this again. I wanted to mess with the settings. I wanted to mess with the settings. Curse my metal body, R2. I wasn't fast enough. Alright, we're just gonna skip. Over all this, because we already did that. I guess that's technically a death. Alright. Alright, come on, Spike. I do love that this little facehugger is smarter than, like, everybody on this ship. Ooh, excuse me. Don't shatter future wife. Words to live by. I think that that's sound marriage advice for anybody. Try not to shatter your future wife. Okay. Ambassador defrost, 10 seconds. You successfully defrosted B. There's not much time to savor, so whatever you're going to do, do it quick. Make it so, Cliffy. Okay, Captain. In just a minute, I've got to make some minor delicate micro adjustments to the transporter. Oh, B, I thought you were puked for sure. So did I. I feel weak. I need to rest. No problem. I'll tuck you back into the cryo so you can recuperate. Okay, but I've got one question for you guys. What happened to my underwear? What? Oops. Excuse me, Roger. This fucking game. I love how he's just absolutely beating the shit out of this thing. Okay. Well, we got Beatrice back. Now, what could possibly go wrong? I can only imagine that, like, we're gonna get murdered or something as soon as we... What is it, Captain Wilco? Any luck getting through to Starcon? Got any idea how to get ourselves out of this mess? I don't know, sir, but there are a lot of people out there who are counting on us to figure something out. The lives of thousands of species on hundreds of worlds hang in the balance. They're all depending on us, sir. Humans, xenomorphs, Fragilians, orats, and even species like dolphins. So let's get out there and win one for the flipper. Boo! I will never win one for anything even closely related to Ronald Reagan. Fuck you. Hey, holding up, Flo. I'm a wreck, sir, and my bunions are killing me. But you're a dear for asking, sir. We've got to stop the Goliaths, sir. We can't let the bucoid mutants from Hell slime the Star Confederacy. That's all well and good, Drool. Any idea how?
I've been thinking about that a lot, sir. I think the only way we'll succeed is to board and take control of the Goliath ourselves.
But space monkeys might fly out of my butt.
I'm serious, sir. We can't go toe-to-toe with the Goliath, so we'll have to find a sneaky way to get them.
Okay. Scan for ships. The Goliath is currently in the vicinity of Gingivitis, sir. Okay. Recommendation. I recommend we proceed with caution, sir. He's so brave. That is all. Alright, what's this one do? You rang? Alright. That looks like detonation. Let's You know what? I think we deserve it as a treat. What do you say? You want to blow up the ship? For fun? As a silly little goof for laughs? Oh, we gotta wait a whole 10 minutes.
Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. I'm sure you're gonna have a blast, Captain, but we've gotta run.
I'm not gonna wait 10 whole ass fucking minutes for this. I thought that this would be a fun goof. Can't believe you bean boozled me like that. Okay. Let's see. Gingivitis is 81100. Play my course. Light speed. I wonder how much more is left. I feel like maybe we could get through this tonight.
We're approaching our destination, sir.
Regular speed.
Aye, sir.
We're approaching planet Gingivitis. Sensors have detected the presence of the Goliath in the area, Captain Wilco. Calculations is the invisible range in approximately 10 seconds. Okay, one thing I did notice. You rang. Let's cloak the ship. Since we have, what's her nuts, cloaking stuff now.
Hey, Captain, get your tail down here to the lab.
I got something you might want to take a look at. Alright, what do you got for me, bud? Show me, Cliffy. Captain, I've been making a few scans of the Goliath, and I've come up with some interesting information. Oh, really? Like what? Well, our scans show that the mutated crew of the Goliath is not spread evenly through the various sections of the ship, as it normally would be. The engineering spaces are almost completely deserted, for example. So? Well, if you were to enter the ship at that location, you would stand a good chance of getting aboard undetected. By saying you pretty much mean me, don't you, Cliffy? Of course, sir. Once you're aboard, you could sneak up to the bridge power conduit and shut off the Goliath's shields. What good would that do? Well, maybe WD-40 could beam over and incapacitate the crew. Then I could zip on over and set up something like we did for the ambassador with their transporter. So the Goliath Bridge is probably Pucoid City right now. This area is mostly crew quarters. We've registered a lot of Pucoids moving through there. This area is where we show the least amount of Pucoid activity, Captain. Section's got the most of the Pucoids' weapons and control systems. It's probably swamped with Pucoids. There's a lot of Pucoid activity in that area. Ion emitters. A lot of hard radiation. It's not a good idea to land there, Captain. Those engines are red hot, and the thrust turbulence would blow you away. Okay, so that's where we want to go. It's that little sliver right there. And we'll save this one. Have fun storming the spaceship. Completely forgot about the Goliath shields, Captain. You can't beam over while they're up, silly me. But there's gotta be another way to get over there. Spacewalk? This is gonna suck. I don't want to do this again. I fucking hate this thing. Alright, do it again. Try not to die. To Indicate the position glass hull you wish to dock with. I think that this is... Okay, what have I got? Okay, and I've got plasma torch. It seems like a shame that I never used this to kill any of the things that could murder me. Having expended the laser torch's power pack cutting through the glass super hard hull, you decide to leave the spent and bulky tool in the EVA pod. A lone pucoid patrols the catwalk of the engine room. Yuck. It's uglier than your great Aunt Helga. Wow, that's rude. What did great Aunt Helga ever do to you? Why are you walking like a weenus? Just go run over to the thing and activate it. Oh, God. Okay, what do you want me to do? This must be the place where Beatrice liberated the Goliath's warp distributor cap. Okay. The warp distributor cap snaps onto the receptacle with a quiet click, and the Goliath star drive reawakens from its slumber. Yeah. Gotta be sneaky, gotta be sneaky, gotta be sneaky. Okay. Now, what have we got here that I can do stuff with? I got a door across me. Go back there. Yes, sneaking. Okay. I should probably save. Yo, Raj, sneak that shit. Alright. No idea where to go. No? Okay. We'll try this way. We'll go that way. And I think I've got. Oh, oh God, Pac-Man! Don't eat me, Pac-Man! I'm on your side. Oop. Sneaking. Sneaking. Okay. I don't know. Which way should I go? Okay, I'm on level 4 now? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like what I want. Oh, wait, no. It's probably level 1 is like the highest one. Okay. You need to watch a lot of Roger Wilco's ass wiggling in this one. And you know, that could either be a selling point for you or it could not be. Okay, level 2 now. You know, honestly, that would probably like really hurt your hands, like shuffle your hands and knees, like shuffling across all that like grating and stuff like that? At least I think it would. Ooh, hello. What have we here? Shield deactivation switch. Nice. Well, before we hit that, we got an ad break, so let's give it 3 minutes. Get up, get a stretch, get a sip, get a snack, get a sleep. 3 minutes of sleep. Starting now. Go. All right, 3 minutes sleep's over. Time to wake up and lock the fuck in. Whoop. Welcome aboard, Captain Wilco. A pity you can't stay, but I'm afraid you won't be with us much longer. I won't go down without a fight, Quirk. I know Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Judo, and several other Chinese words. There's no escape for you this time, young broom jockey. Your fate is sealed. Not this time, Quirk. Now the foot's on the other shoe. You're toast. Freeze, scum. Titty blasters, go, blah, blah. I've temporarily frozen them with new liquid nitrogen blasters. We must quickly make our way to the transporter room where Cliffy awaits.
Captain, I've got the transporter all set up to separate the primordial soup from the Goliath's crew. Quick, hide. Not like that, Captain. Hide over there behind the bulkhead and give me a signal as soon as the pucoids are in position.
Let's save.
Don't beef it, Raj.
What if we beef it just for fun? Boy. They were all over you like flies on. Sorry, that's probably still a little sensitive about the. You're probably still a little sensitive about the fly thing. I will say they do give you a decent amount of time on that.
Now, Cliffy. That's got it, Captain. I've beamed all the pucoid material from the crew out into space.
But what about Quirk? He's not here. This is Captain Wilco. Go ahead, Eureka.
Captain, thank heavens. We were beginning to worry.
I'm all right, Flo. We managed to cure what's left of the Goliath's crew, but there's no sign of Quirk.
Wait, Captain, I just detected a shuttle launch from the Goliath.
I see it, Flo. Looks like Quirk's trying to make a run for it.
Holy hockey pucks. He's heading straight for the blob.
Splort. Uh-oh. This looks bad. Very bad. I think we're in trouble.
Is there anything I can do, Captain?
Call Cliffy and tell him to beam me over to the Eureka. Don't worry about it, Flo. I'm gonna fire up the Goliath's phaser banks and zap that Quirkoid blob into puke fritters. I think we can ride it out. This blob thing doesn't look that dangerous.
Cliffy says he's locked onto you and standing by.
Energize.
No! Captain, get up here quick. The pucoid blob is attacking the Goliath.
Allow me to saunter sexily. I have a very sexy learning disability. Kif, tell her what I call it.
Sexlexia, sir. The Goliath's hull is nearing structural failure, Captain. She's going to implode if we don't do something.
Fucking shoot it.
Aye, sir. Decloaking, sir. Locking weapons. Eat plasma, blob face.
Alright. I have an idea. Since our whole thing is about collecting trash.
Aye, sir.
And he's living trash now.
We got the blob aboard, sir. Containment fields are holding at 200% capacity, but they won't last. Losing power, sir. The ship's going to fall apart any minute.
Hey, guess what it's time for, baby?
You're a brave man, Captain, and in case we don't make it out of here, I want you to know that except for a few minor incidents, which I won't go into right now, it's been an honor serving with you.
Alright. God, Raj, why do you power walk everywhere? What the fuck is...
She's like, let me out. Holy fuck, I don't want to die.
Whew, I'm glad to get out of there. How come all those pretty pretty lights are flashing? What's going on? Not much, except that Eureka has sucked up a giant pucoid blob creature and is about to self-destruct. That's nice. I think you're still a bit woozy, Bee. Whatever you say, dear. We gotta save our boy. We can't let him die. Alright, let's do it. Energize. Dang. This piece must have blown a circuit. Okay, I guess I go out here and hope to God that I can... No! God! Oh, you fucking clown. You fucking clown. If this kills me, I'll kill you, you Zap Brannigan motherfucker. Okay. So gotta do something. Wiring chart indicates the fuse controls for the main transporter power coupling. Okay. Assuming that's it? Do I gotta do something else? Put the extra fuse back in your pocket. Hey, Click Flint. Sorry, let me save real quick. No tension whatsoever. Let me get you your one-of-a-kind bespoke, artisanal, handcrafted, and pucoid-free hello. Let's see. Give me one of the crew of the Eureka that you would like your hello to be from. You've got Roger, you've got Flo, you've got Drool, you've got Cliffy, you've got WD-40. Who would you enjoy a hello from? Greetings, organic quadrupedal life form. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am so glad that I do not have to kill you, and that all desire to eliminate you has been removed from my consciousness. I'm not leaving him. I don't care if I gotta die. I'm not leaving him. Energize. What? I'm so frustrated right. I'm just gonna restore this because that is some bullshit. Like, what the fuck? I went in there. Affecting life support might be hazardous to your health. Okay. The giant pus-oozing blob has burst forward the trash containment hatch. You're literally up to your knees in it. Literally. Nice roll. Whoa, that was close. I'd hate to try that again. Not sure if the transporter is working right. You better go first, V. Oh, Roger, you're so self-sacrificing. Good. She didn't get killed. I guess the transporter checks out. What a class act, Raj. I keep expecting him to drop the 10mm socket into his own mouth and swallow it with that art. It made the bring sound, which means that was the right time to take him. Energize. Drool, get us out of here. Flo, call Starcon and tell them what's happened. Nice explosion. Congratulations, crew. A job well done.
You deserve most of the credit, sir.
Yeah, without you, we'd never have beat those puked-out mutants. Oh, Roger, you're the greatest. I can't believe I ever doubted you.
Lay in a course for Starbase 22, Drool. Prepare to make the jump to heinous speed.
Buckle up, everybody.
Engage. And there you go. Congratulations. You vaporized the blobulous personification of villainous Captain Quirk, saving countless lives from its menace. Fighting back the tremendous urge to plot a course for Disneyland, Roger and his loyal crew make their way back to StarCon. And so ends another chapter in the continuing adventures of Roger Wilco. Stay tuned for future episodes of this courageous custodian and his crew as they continue their quest to clean up where others have gone before. Yay, we did it! Look at all these nerds. Look at them. Which I guess leaves the question of where we go from here. Do we play some more high-flying adventures of Roger Wilco? Maybe 6 or go back to 4 so we can actually realize, oh, hey, this is the woman that we're supposed to fall in love with. Or do we switch it up and play something different? We got a couple games that we could play, both in the point-and-click genre and some weirder stuff. And like I said, you know, we have been skewing towards a promotional fee was paid by Sprint. Thank you for playing Space Quest V: The Next Mutation. And it ends abruptly, as all DOS games do. But I digress. Yeah, we have been playing a lot of games that, for lack of a better way to put it, skew good. And I'm not saying that we need to play bad games. But we could play some, you know, some weird games and stuff like that. Chucks Agent USA at you to counterbalance it with a CGA monstrosity that sold well in its day. So I want to show you a couple games that I have seen that seem absolutely bonkers. That would fit this. And I don't remember if I actually downloaded them or not. But I've got some that are like classic games, but that are like kind of a pain in the ass. Like Hugo's House of Horrors, Simon the Sorcerer, you know, stuff like that. Torrens Passage. Look it up just because it might be the right flavor of bonkers. Yeah, let me look that up real quick. Let me get. Is it on GOG? Is it goggable? Can it be gogged? All right, I don't see it on there. But let me check elsewhere. Agent USA is an adventure game designed to teach children spelling, U.S. geography, time zones, and state capitals. Now, I will say, the Agent USA, I don't think technically qualifies for DOSBox because it says that it was Apple II, Atari 8-bit, Commodore 64, and IBM PC. That said, I would play weird shit any day. Oh, it was on MS DOS. You played it on Tandy. Okay, all right. I stand corrected. Gog I barely know it. There was something else that I had. Let me check my wish list. I've got some weird shit on there that I saved. Oh, Monster Bash, the Hugo trilogy. Yeah, that was what I had. There was another one that I saw, and I can't find it right now, but it was really weird. Uh, okay, that's what it was. Let me see if it is available, and I'll try and show it to you. Yep, yep, there it is. Uh, so there's a game that I have seen that I it looks so bad that I kind of want to try it. I'm going to show you the cover art. And I want you to keep an open mind. Because I cannot imagine a world where playing this would be fun in the traditional sense. But that doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun. So just, again, keep an open mind. Are we ready? Everybody just be cool. Superhero League of Hoboken. And I know what you're thinking. Fatagan. You absolute clown. You goober. You rube. You ruber. What the hell are you thinking? What even is this? To which I will tell you the plot. In the future, the world is ravaged by wars, nuclear disasters, and pollution. Mutations become common, resulting in individuals and creatures with mutant superpowers who unite in crime and become supervillains. However, other individuals decide to unite their powers for the common good and become superheroes. The game is set in the post-apocalyptic New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania tri-state area, where the player controls a team of offbeat and often useless superheroes who battle a number of strange enemies, most notably the evil Dr. Entropy, a human jack-in-the-box with a plan to bring chaos in the world. The missions in the game are typically bizarre and often satire present contemporary society. I can't imagine this is gonna be good, but I want to see the train wreck. I am only thinking, where did the guy get such a large Tabasco sauce? That's a good question. We could ask him. If he has a plan that's already one strike against being chaos incarnate, I can't imagine this will be stream safe. Is the Tabasco sauce also a helmet? Good question. I don't know. These are the things that we gotta ask. Uh, does it actually have a? Hmm. Yeah, that is the only thing. Now that you mention it, is how safe for stream would it be? Which I guess all I really have to do. Okay, if I type in the category Superhero League of Hoboken, it pops up on Steam. That means it's got to be stream safe, right? Right? But aside from that, no, like not Steam, like on Twitch as like the listed category thing. Like I feel like if they didn't want it to be on there, and now I gotta look and see. Oh man, it has all of 162 followers. Well, that sounds dumb and stupid then, Hexavexicon, and somebody should do something about that. Why would you make a category for a game that could get you banned? That's stupid. But yeah, there's that. There's oh man, Crystal Caves. That's the other thing is there's a whole lot of things that aren't necessarily like point and clicks, but like are just kind of fun little action games and stuff like that. Now, I will say I don't know how fun those will be to watch, but I do remember that I played a whole shitload of Crystal Caves when I was a kid. Let's see. See if I can get some. Here we go. I know it, I know what the people want. They want more Crystal Caves content. So let me get you all some pictures that I can share with you. Begone, Superhero League of Hoboken. Nobody wants your style. We're all about that Crystal Caves content now. Look at it. And you know what? You're like, okay, that's what the game looks like. And you're only half right because the actual game looks like this. Look how tiny your little dude is. Look how small that boy is. He's just a little bean. Well, there's a reason that it's Commander Keen ass design because it's from Apogee. So I'm thinking we'll probably hold a poll, and we can decide whether we want to do some more point and click stuff. I think I'm ready to start pushing into text parser stuff as well. For folks that don't know, and I don't think there are many here that don't, but older games before there were point and click adventure games, uh, there was not, a mouse on most computers, so that makes it significantly harder to point and then click. So the way that they got around that was that you moved your character around with the arrow keys, and you had a little text input where you told the character what to do. And yeah, it was revolutionary, but obviously suffered from the issues that your text can't really vary too far outside the parameters that the programmer wants. And if you think of something that a programmer can't think of or didn't think of, then you never fully know if you're just saying it the wrong way or it's just wrong. Original EverQuest 1, you had to talk to NPCs in a specific way. Interesting. Um, but yeah, so like, I love the idea of text parser games, but I gotta be in the mindset for it because there are some times that I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Thanks. I used to use brackets around specific words that they said, but that wasn't always the case. Sometimes you just had to guess. That's fun. That's nice. I'm sure that that's cool. But yeah, so we'll put a poll on the Discord, which again for anybody that might not be there already, but I think everybody here is right now. Bam. And then we can figure it out and decide if we want to do some step back and do some of Ye Older King's Quest, perhaps. Maybe 4 of the text parser ones. I have a special soft spot for 4. Like 1 obviously is amazing. It's the OG. It spawned the franchise and is great. 2 is good, but I feel like it kind of suffers. It's not as memorable. 3 is the best in theory. Like 3 is like a really big shakeup, but it is marred by absolutely hideous difficulty. And not just difficulty in puzzles, but difficulty in the physical navigation of the space to keep from getting tripped by a fucking cat and falling to your fucking death. It's very taxing. And granted, that might also be because I was a small cosmic horror at the time that I played it. So, you know, maybe it's not as hard as I remember. But I wouldn't bet on it. Whereas 4 has this real sweet spot of like having cool elements in it, being really interesting, using a lot of, the way that all the King's Quests have like homages to other stories and stuff like that tucked into them. And you get to play as Rosella, and I thought that it was really cool that Rosella got to be the hero. Uh, because like every other King's Quest up to that point, you've been either King Graham or you know, another male character. And it was really neat getting to play as the princess, but not as a damsel in distress, but as a heroine trying to save her father. I thought that that was really neat and really cool. And I don't, I don't like the shit talk King's Quest 7 because I know a lot of people do enjoy it. And I never want to make it seem like that's not a valid feeling that you are allowed to have. But my experience with it was I really wanted more of King's Quest 4 and King's Quest 7, and I did not get it. So that's my 2 cents on that. But I digress. It's already getting a little late, and we finished the game. So how about we find somebody to raid? We got to get you to play my text adventure, Paper Towel or Pants. Hey, you get me the game. We can do it as an amuse bouche before a stream. How about that? Okay. Who do we have? We've got Allie. We've got Vera. We've got Seahorse. We've got Nax. You know what? Let's raid over to Allie. Do I do it a lot? Probably. Am I going to keep doing it? Probably. Because Allie is an amazing person and someone I really treasure. Okay. Feel free to use whatever emotes you've got. Let's see. I'm going to go with that. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out, having a good time. Hexvexcon, let's see what you got here. You could also try Anime Sicko's one where they go back in time to save John Lennon from an assassination. Maybe, but then I'd have to save John Lennon. All right. But I will see you all on Wednesday. I'm not sure 100% what we'll do, but we'll figure it out. I've been Fatagan, your friendly neighborhood cosmic horror. I will catch you next time. Goodbye.